Have you ever thought about where your produce comes from? Most grocery chains receive produce from various local and national farmers. In fact, there are about 3.4 million farmers in the United States today. But of that staggering number, only 45,000 are Black farmers. At the Better Buggy, we are a proud group of Atlanta-based Black-owned farmers, selling produce locally and nationwide. Our easy-to-navigate online platform makes it easy for you to make a one-time purchase or to simplify your life by subscribing to our weekly produce box. Whichever frequency you choose, you can order with confidence, knowing you'll receive 100% organic, farm-fresh produce. If you're looking for a thoughtful gift for a loved one that they'd actually find useful, be sure to pop by our online store where you can snag a gift card your recipient can use to order their own produce and t-shirts. Ready to start supporting local Black-owned farms and making healthier food decisions? Visit thebetterbuggy.com now to start shopping.
Ladies and gentlemen, the economy is not going so well, although they have reopened in many states across the country. Well, now Joe Biden is diving in because there's such a big worker shortage out here in America, and he is saying Americans will lose unemployment benefits if they turn down jobs. It's coming from Joe Biden. This is NPR, May 10th, 2021. Those collecting unemployment benefits under the American Rescue Plan must accept suitable employment when offered, President Joe Biden said Monday, responding to last week's underwhelming April jobs report. We're going to make it clear that anyone collecting unemployment who was offered a suitable job must take the job or lose their unemployment benefits. They are so desperate now, y'all, to save this place. Now you got the president making idle threats. Biden said before adding, "We don't see much evidence of that." The president's remark comes just days after the latest job report showed fewer jobs created than expected. 260,000 versus about 1 million. Some employers say that they're finding it difficult to find workers, and the Republican critics argue that's because the checks Americans are receiving from the coronavirus stimulus package. Let's be clear, our economic plan is working. I never said, and no serious analysis ever suggests that climbing out of a deep, deep hole, our economy is was going to be simple or easy. So, or even immediate. But ladies and gentlemen, they see what's happening, and I think it's scaring the hell out of them. So not only are you going to have 1 year of a bad economy, this year you can add to it as well. I mean, look how far we're into the year now. Republicans who uniformly opposed the historic $1.9 trillion recovery package seized on the job report as evidence that Biden's policies were directly harming U.S. businesses and slowing the nation's economic recovery from the virus. Well, the Republicans didn't want the people to have any money. They didn't want you to have, they thought they were paying you too much by giving you the $600 back in December. Well, it's not going to be immediate. You can open up the states. It takes time to interview people and get people back out in the workforce. What do you expect? And on top of that, you are expecting to go back to work when you know damn well you never did anything about CV. All right? You didn't do nothing about that. That's still out here, and it's still going strong. And y'all have decided to cover this whole thing up and trying to play the rest of us for fools. This is a stunning economic setback. Rep. Kevin Brady, Republican, Texas, wrote in a Friday tweet after the report came out. All right. And I think another part of the problem is these employers are out here offering crumbs. You know, you can best believe they're not offering you a top-notch salary. They're not. They're not going to do that. They're going to offer you crumbs. Unequivocal proof that President Biden is sabotaging our job recovery with promises of higher taxes and regulation on local businesses that discourage hiring drives jobs overseas. Well, Biden hasn't been in office for driving jobs overseas. No, he ain't been in office long enough for that. Brady leads the minority vote on the powerful House Ways and Means Committee. The Twitter page for Republicans on the committee wrote Friday, U.S. job growth for the month of April fell far below what experts had predicted. Democrats are paying 4 in 10 jobless more to stay home than to return to work. Well, it is a lot more involved in that. You know, you still got a situation with your children, and you also, you got to consider child care. And what are you offering the people? That's what I want to know. Look, they didn't even want to give $15 an hour minimum wage. You know, Joe Biden did try to get that, but that didn't pass. In his Monday remarks, reporters, Biden pushed back on the suggestion that funds from the progressive relief package were being abused in any meaningful way and encouraged employers to offer competitive wages to court Americans back into the workforce. Exactly. Now, I do agree with him on that. Give people a damn wage they can live on. And I also believe that's a reason why it's slow, and they're not talking about that at all. These wages they're offering are a joke. My expectation is that the economy comes back. These companies will provide fair wages and safe work environments. And if they do, they'll find plenty of workers. And we're all going to come out of this together and better than before, he said. No one should be allowed to game the system. How are you going to game the system? We're really at the system's mercy until they send money out to the public like stimulus money. And y'all don't even do that every month. And we know, unemployment ain't crap when you look in many states. I don't know, how do you game the system and it's the government is holding the bag, and these politicians are deciding whether you get money or not. There's not much of a bag somebody can hold. Biden said that while he took allegations of fraud seriously, the government could not turn our backs on those who lost jobs as a result of the pandemic. He placed the blame for the sluggish state of the national economy on his predecessor, former President Donald Trump, who Biden said bungled the handling of the virus and its fallout. We'll insist that the law is followed with respect to benefits, but we're not going to turn our backs on fellow Americans. 22 million people lost their jobs in the pandemic through no fault of their own. They lost their jobs to a virus and to the government that bungled its response to the crisis and failed to protect them, Biden said. Americans want to work. So, y'all, they are struggling. They are struggling. And this is not something you can clear up in a few weeks, probably not even a few months. You're going to have to do a lot of hiring in America from now all through next year if you plan on keeping this economy going. And it's not starting out so well. And you're going to start seeing more and more of these articles about the economic problems and the lack of workers out here in the economy. Yeah, you got it open, but you are far from clearing up this problem that you have. Far from it, you know? But y'all, please tell me what you think. I think this is going to be dragging on all through next year, too. I really do. Because if you remember, you got a situation where businesses are gone and they are not coming back. So you're going to have a problem with people starting to get jobs, and some people will be waiting a long, long time before they are hired. And that really is the norm during any recession. But what we have gone through over the past year is gone far beyond that. It really has. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye, Babylon. Peace, family.